The Oilers, and it's coming up next.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys and the Houston Oilers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They've been flawless these last couple months, winners of 9 in a row.
And that's the kind of streak you don't see too often in today's NFL since there's so much parity. So the way they've played has been truly remarkable.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, their long winning streak finally came to an end last week. A disappointing game for them, but still a heck of a run.
Indeed it was. What a great job by them putting together a streak. Now let's see how they rebound after a defeat.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. Prescott. And that is incomplete. You look at this defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to look at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. These 2 teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Willis on the option to the right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Now we've got a stoppage for an injured player, and that appears to be Garrett Wilson, who was shaken up on the play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Ready.
On 1st down, Willis. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. Short throw to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at the 20. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with teams jockeying for position, one thing we do know already, they're all set. They've got the #1 seed in their back pocket with still 2 games to go.
And that gives you a chance to experiment a little bit as well. It doesn't mean that you just have wholesale changes, starters don't play. I'm not talking about strictly that. I'm talking about guys who maybe haven't played enough during the year. Or you want to see them in different spots. You know, can that running back split out and catch the football a little bit as you head to the playoffs? Maybe you run a few plays to put them on tape and make your opponents watch them and say, oh, we got to prepare for that. A lot of ways they can go, knowing that they own the #1 spot.
2nd down, here's Willis. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far, and that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Carter once more. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
2nd down, Prescott. That's Gallup on the slant. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First down, Prescott. This is caught. It's Cooks. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Off the play fake, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jake Ferguson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Malik Willis and the rest of his offense set to take over here for their next possession. And he's been loose with the football early. Interceptions on the first couple of drives. As they start again here, we'll see if he can do better. 1st and 10.
Come on. Hey.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Cowboy defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that and he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
That's pulled in at the 32. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Cameron Curl. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
Here's Willis. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. Willis. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a kick. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Here we go, here we go.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it with an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Oilers are an extra point away from drawing level.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they Reception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Prescott now. Able to hit his target lane. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll run with Carter. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Dallas. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he fields it cleanly. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Willis. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now Willis to throw. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards in the first.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Willis's throw into the hands of Henry here. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On 1st down, Willis. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. To throw, here's Willis. Nowhere to return this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match. And maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you got somewhat to temper.
57 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
To the air on first down, here's Willis. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Second and a couple.
60 Maverick! 60 Maverick! Ready?
From the gun, here's Willis. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, a 5-yard touchdown. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. 2nd down and inches. And Cooks hands it over the middle. First down now, but that clock rolling. On play action, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, a 22. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Short throw to Smith. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing, Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Prescott on first down. Buying time to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Prescott to the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. They'll get just a couple, but the sticks move again.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. One final go for this offense here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Now Willis. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
1st and 10, Willis. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Now Willis. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Willis will look to throw it. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And the Cowboys are able to recover. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. He's got room at the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Meanwhile, Willis' throw complete to Dotson. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Robinson up the middle. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 76 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Oilers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after try forthcoming. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And the result, a Houston touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. The opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
First down, Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice...
In trouble, and he's taken down. Deron Payne, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. Malik Willis gets set to lead this offense once again.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Willis. Short pass caught by Henry. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 84 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Here's a screen for Robinson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before it's brought down. 13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. To throw, here's Willis. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Terry McLaurin. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And out now come the Cowboys. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive with a handoff to Carter. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Chase Young, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Even the most elusive quarterbacks have those tough days where they can't avoid sacks, and this is one of them. 3rd time he's gone down. He might develop some happy feet now, want to escape the pocket and try and gain more yardage with his legs.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play here for Dallas. 53 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped the pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a first down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 10-yard line.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. DeMarvion Overshown, the one to bring him down. This is 2nd and 8.
At the 31-yard line.
Go.
Here's Willis now off the play fake. His throw incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
Ready, set.
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. Handoff now to Robinson. And he'll dive forward here to make sure he gets something out of that one, but not much. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Willis. Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
Let's go now.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground with Robinson. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from walking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
To the air on first down. Here's Willis. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Go.
On the give, here's Robinson.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
Ready.
Now Willis to throw.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Malik Willis taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Oilers extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24.
Cowboys 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Dallas offense set for this next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
On 1st and 10, Prescott.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, played from 1989 to 2000, and Troy Aikman, he was about winning. Because remember, he had Michael Irvin to throw it to. We had Emmitt Smith to hand it to. Just imagine if he was throwing it the way they throw it around nowadays. His numbers, boy, would they be sky high.
2nd down, Prescott.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Second down and 4. Robinson with another carry.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it
first and goal. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Houston, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.